exciting news. 3 days till spring. Officially, if you go by the calendar, which I do because I can't wait for the equinox, spring starts on the 1st of September, which is in 3 days' time. But my goodness, how fast has this winter gone? I barely had a chance to get all my projects done. But what I can say is I have managed to get the garden as close to spring ready as I can. It's looking alright, although it's not perfect. I mean, ideally perfect would be a whole range of completely empty beds that have been enriched and filled with goodies like compost and well-rotted manure and things like that, ready for the spring plants to be planted within it. But no, what I have is all the empty beds are free of weeds, the path is free of weeds, and now I have a blank canvas with which to prepare the garden. So the garden is about as spring ready as it can be, which I'm quite pleased with because I worked so hard. I mean, you saw the last video what a state it was in. So basically what I've done is I've spent the last wee while cleaning and tidying and getting rid of all the weeds. Well, most of them. There's a few that just keep sneaking on back. So come and see what I've done. I've worked really, really hard and I'd love to show you my ready for spring garden. Come and see. Come on, let's go and have a look. Now the biggest change, so we'll start with this, is in here. Now you'll remember what it was like. I'll put a clip in now. Warts and all, look at that, it's a disaster. I need to tidy this up because spring is only 40 days away. Yeah, not ideal, but let's come inside and see what it's like. Oh, it's really warm. Okay, it is clean and tidy and ready for a new season. Super excited. Gosh, it's so hot in here. It's gonna be perfect for my seeds, which I haven't started yet. There's always such a temptation to start seedlings like as early as you can, but you can't actually get a jump on nature. That doesn't happen. Nature has its own sense of space and timing and everything. And so I will wait and I'll plant them from the 1st of September onwards, and that way by the time they're ready to go out to the garden, which is generally around about late October, they'll be a good size. Not too big, not too small, they'll be perfect. So I've got my seeds ready though, I've sorted them out. I have most of them. I ordered a whole lot with plenty of good time, but it turns out a whole load of people in a sorting centre had to be sent home for quarantine, and so my seeds are stuck in that sorting centre. So hopefully they'll get here soon. But I have my seeds, and it's really exciting because my favourite seed company, Yates, have actually sent me a whole range of their new seeds to try. So I'm really looking forward to that. There's some really exciting things in there, like oh, I love golden beetroot. And how cute is that? Amethyst radish. Now, they're not paying me to make this video, I just love them. And also, they've got the cutest range of kids seeds. So they're just going to be so much fun. Sadly, I have teenagers, so they're not going to enjoy these, but I will. Anyway, so that's my seeds, all ready to go, but not today. And I've also done a lot of planning. So basically what I did is I took a map of my garden. It was my map. Okay. So here's the map of my garden. And what I've done is sorted out where everything is going to go, and then as I enrich all the soils, I'm ticking them off so that I know that that bed is ready. But then I also looked at what I wanted to grow, how I wanted to grow it. So each of the beds are on grid, and then I've written down where everything's going to go. Like for example, there's a good example. Yeah, so like for example, this is the perfect spacing for tomatoes. I don't know how well you can see this. Perfect spacing for tomatoes, but it tells me which ones I'm going to grow if they get here in time, and how far apart they need to be and where they will be. So if something happens to the labels, because yeah, it happens, I'll be able to refer to this, provided I actually use this as a planting guide. So I've done that for all 35 beds. Well, actually I lie, I haven't done the flowers yet. So yeah, so that's really exciting. So I have a planting guide. It's quite extensive, look. But it will see me right through the summer. If I put notes on this as I grow as well, then it'll almost become like a yearly journal. So that's my planting guide, and it's really hot. So let's go look at the rest of the garden. Come on, this is too hot. Now, if you remember, I've divided my gardens into sectors, and this is sector 5, and sector 5 often gets ignored because it is the Friday garden. So this is the area that gets looked after on a Friday, and it's my fruits and berries, and my pumpkins will go there as well. So it's actually it's in a good place. Well, kind of. The strawberries are under this lovely cage that I built. I'm going to move the raspberries into here and build a structure for them. That's why I haven't weeded that, but that's the weediest, messiest bit in the whole garden. But there's no point because I'm emptying that into there. Okay, this is sector 4. So this is the one I take care of on a Thursday. It includes the wildlife pond. I'm keeping a close eye out for tadpoles. And then other odds and sodsy little beds like rhubarb and yams and artichokes. Check out these, aren't they so cool? Ideally, also pots get taken care of on a Thursday. This is sector 3, ideally taken care of on a Wednesday. We have asparagus here, and that's completely taken care of and actually in production. As you can see, yummo. Okay, the leafy greens need finishing up so they can move on. How gorgeous are these Huey broad beans? But the bit the broad beans aren't in still needs enriching. This one's done. This one needs doing. Oh, we need to eat all of this because that's getting something else in there very soon. The garlic's done and is producing, but once again we have rust, but they're actually growing okay, so I'm just going to keep treating it and hoping for the best. This is sector 2, it's the Tuesday row, and it's actually in a good place too. The bed in the front, the salad, that's actually going, so I haven't cleaned that out. That's pretty much finished. The next bed is the peppers. I'm actually still quietly convinced that I'll be able to overwinter some of those, although some of them have died. This bed beyond the peppers is done, and then we have the brassicas that we're actually eating, which is good. Okay, beyond the brassicas is the old odds and sods bed that needs clearing out, and beyond that is another bed that needs enriching, and the final bed in sector 2 is my onions, which are doing well. These are the overflow ones. There's leeks and shallots and things. They're doing really well. And finally we have sector 1 with the herbs, the flowers. That's ready for the peas, and I think the peas are ready for it. This is my finished brassica bed that needs to come out, and this is, I think this is ready, I can't remember. And these are my onions, and this is where the tomatoes will go. So overall it's not looking too bad. Just imagine this space. In a couple of months' time, it will be so lush and amazing. And so that's my garden. I'm up here on my swing seat. with my buddy Jasper, admiring all that I have created. It's really important to have places where you can actually sit and enjoy your garden rather than just spend all that time toiling and working away in it. But I love all I have created. Let me show you what I can see. It's beautiful. It's pretty special. I love it here, except maybe on stormy days. So thanks so much for watching this quick whistle-stop tour of my spring ready garden. Bring on the new season. I'm so excited for it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.